acting like they would in any other
well,
restaurant.
Paul, let me ask you this. You've heard the entire radio broadcast. You've read the entire transcript. When you look at his comments in their entirety, do you think he's making racist statements?
It's not about whether he's making racist statements, but I think what got people alarmed was that this seemed to be news to him. He said later on that no one in Sylvia's was saying MF'er, bring me some more iced tea. It seemed like it was somehow surprising to him, and that opened up his eyes. And that's what had people shaking their heads.
Joe. But I think Matt, anybody listening to that audio could hear right away that what Bill O'Reilly was saying, that the point is, America, is that we're all the same, that successful black restaurants are the same as successful white restaurants. In other words, there is no difference. That was the point that he was trying to make.
You see, I looked at it, Paul, and I thought Bill O'Reilly was saying that we should not be surprised. That, in other words, it's only for the small group of people who look at the entertainment of somebody like a 50 Cent or a Ludacris and think that represents all of African Americans, that those people need to get out and live life a little bit. You didn't see it that way?
Well, that's fine for him to give that message, but I think what was really instructive was the reaction that he had when people started to raise some objections or raise their eyebrows at this. What did he do? He lashed out. He attacked Media Matters. He said we smeared him just because we put up his words on our website.
Well, wait a second. Are you criticizing now for his reaction to the controversy? Shouldn't we stick to the controversy in the first place?
And he attacked CNN. He attacked MSNBC and NBC. This is what Fox News does. They reacted as though they were partisan political actors and not people who are trying to be a legitimate news organization. They said it was all liberal news outlets who were trying to drum up ratings. Their reaction, and Bill O'Reilly's reaction, is always to lash out and attack anyone who wants to criticize him. That's the way they operate.
Joe, when you look at this, have we gotten into a situation in this country where it's the gotcha mentality?
Absolutely.
Where basically we look at every little thing and we look for the negatives because the negatives make headlines, even if we don't think that in the bigger picture Bill O'Reilly is at all a racist. We like these little negative comments just because they make headlines?
Absolutely. This is a case where Bill O'Reilly actually was saying something good and positive and uplifting to his radio audience, and instead now he gets dragged through the mud as if he's a racist. Very, very, very unfair on the part of Media Matters. And they've done this in the past. They've done it to me. They've done it to Bill O'Reilly. They've done it to a host of folks who happen to be on the right side.
Paul, I'm going to give you the last word on that. Joe says you've done this to him.
Done what? We put up people's words in their own voice. And Matt, if you said something idiotic on the air, you'd have the responsibility as a journalist to come out and say, you know what, that was stupid, and make some sort of an apology. The response of Bill O'Reilly and Fox is to attack the messenger, to attack anyone who criticizes them. All we at Media Matters do is put up their words in their own voice with the video, with the audio, with the transcript, so people can judge for themselves.
I will say real quickly that I do think if Bill O'Reilly were asked if he'd like a do-over in terms of the way he phrased a couple of those paragraphs and would he like to be a little bit more articulate on this, I think he probably would take a do-over. But again, the debate will remain as far as what the intent of those comments was. Paul, thanks very much. Joe, thank you.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Appreciate it.